guys, it's Heather the Crochet Witch. How are you guys doing today? Welcome to Stranger Thanksgiving, day 27, excuse me, which makes this November 27th, 2024. I have a fuzzy little co-host today who is not showing his face. You want to come up here? Yeah, you want to come up here? Come here. Say hi to everybody. Say hi, guys. It's Maverick. It's Maverick, who's got the watery eyes because he just woke up and came downstairs to say hello. Didn't you? You came to make everyone's day just a little brighter, huh? Didn't you? Yes, you did. Today would have been my grandpa's birthday. Yes. Almost everyone in my family would have had birthdays on the 27th. Like, my birthday is August 27th. My grandpa's birthday would have been November 27th. My cousin's birthday is September 27th. Well, I guess my mom's birthday would have been September 29th, as Winston's birthday was September 29th. My grandparents were married on July 27th. Like, 27 is a big number in my family. And apparently 29 also, but yeah. Anyway, and Maverick is July 27th. So yeah, we're a month apart. I mean, many years, but a month apart birthday-wise. He's sniffing around like crazy because he thought I was going to go back up. Like, I wasn't upstairs. His dad is. But he thought that I was, instead of coming up here, he thought I was going to go upstairs. And I'm like, you just came from upstairs. Now you want to go back upstairs? Because he heard me come home. So he thought he wanted to come downstairs. And then when I came in here, he thought he wanted to go back upstairs. He's a crazy little boy. Anyway. Hi. Whoa. So today is Thanksgiving Eve here in America. So happy Thanksgiving Eve to everybody. It's going to be a crazy dash and get day for everybody who's running behind, who hasn't got the last bits and bobs of their Thanksgiving festivities, or who are, excuse me, suddenly my voice is gone, or who are suddenly traveling, who couldn't make it any other time, except for, the day before. So, it's going to be a fun travel day. It's going to be a fun shopping day and all that good stuff. But yeah, I don't know what's gotten into that little man lately. I mean, right now he's just excited and excuse me, he thinks he's going to go back upstairs and go back to bed. I think he's realizing he made a grave mistake getting up and coming down. He's like, oh great, mom's just going to go hang out and talk to her yarny friends, so now I get to not go back to sleep. Which he could go back to sleep anytime. His bed is down there and he's got the couch, but I'll actually keep it pretty short today. I don't have a whole lot to talk about. I overslept because, I was so proud. I got my sleep schedule back on track. Yes. Like, not last night, but like the night before. And, I was true to my word and I went to bed pretty early again yesterday. And what did I do? I ended up just laying there, awake. I couldn't fall asleep to save my life. I was tired. I tried. I closed my eyes and I could not fall asleep. Maverick had chosen to go upstairs with his dad. And I crocheted and finished, my squares and things for the night. And then I laid down and couldn't fall asleep. And then at some point, Maverick decided he wanted to come downstairs. And he came down, and he actually came down and just jumped right onto the bed with me. And then I thought, like, oh, you know, my puppy's down here, and maybe that's what was up. And I can cuddle up with him, and then I can fall asleep. And that didn't happen. And then I thought that I would get up, like once David got up and I knew I wasn't disturbing him, and I would get up and maybe go up. I was like, maybe if I get up and go into our room. But like, that's not really it, because honestly, my bed down here is even more comfy than our bed upstairs. Because it's the one that I had before I moved in here. So it's like the one that I chose to be. It's the double pillow top, and it's just got all the cozy fuzzy blankets and stuff. It's very comfy. So I knew that wasn't it. I don't know what was keeping me up, but something, I don't know. My body was just like, nah, you got the rest that you got yesterday. That's enough. And I could not fall back asleep. I had all these high hopes of, you know, we're going to go to bed super early, and, you know, 9 hours of sleep will still let you get up earlier than normal, so you can get like more things done before work and all this stuff. And so I had set like earlier alarms, and but I still was trying to be smart. I set earlier alarms, but I still kept my later alarms also. And so at some point I resigned to, I'm not going to get up to the earlier alarms because I just never fell asleep earlier. So I turned all the earlier alarms off. But because I was so tired, I slept through my later alarms and I overslept. And normally I wake up around 1 or so, maybe 1:30, because I do have alarms set through all of that time period, right? I slept through all of them, and I woke up, and I remember thinking like, oh my gosh, what time is it? I must have awoken before my alarms. Like, what time is it? You know? And I was kind of proud of myself. And I looked at my phone and I went, oh my God, it's 2:35. And I just made the biggest mad dash. And like, I tend to talk to, as you can imagine, because I do it in front of you guys too, so it's not like a big secret, but I tend to talk to Maverick a lot, especially like if I'm distressed. So I was like, Maverick, this is what's gotta happen. I was like, we have to do this stuff or I'm never gonna get to work. So I'm giving him like a list to help me remember, you know, and I'm just like saying it out loud to help myself remember, I guess. But I'm like, we gotta get you out to potty. I gotta get up and do this. This has to get done, you know, like it was a mad dash to get things ready for work, get myself ready for work, get Maverick out to potty, which was going to be like first and foremost, you know. I was only 1 minute late for work, so grace period. I was pretty impressed. I was amazed. I was definitely amazed, but I really thought I was done for, to be honest with you. But yeah, so not gonna let that happen again. But I only have today to make it through. Today after I wake up. So like today for you guys, I have Wednesday to make it through. And then I took Friday off. So I'll have 2 days to survive, or to recoup me surviving. And yeah, I lost track of my words there, I guess, but I'll have 2 days to recoup. I just have to survive one more day. How about that? We're back on track. Friday, I'm very excited because I found out my town is doing, apparently they've done this multiple years, because they said we're doing it again. But there's a there's a place in town that's they sell like gourmet dog treats, and it's the place I always get, you know, when I do like Winston's celebration of life, and I get his favorite like cookies and treats and things like that, and hang out with Maverick for the day, all that kind of stuff. And I always took Winston before and everything, obviously. It's called Decadent Dogs. There's a couple of them around, but one of them is here in town. One of them's in another town pretty close to here. I think they have another location also somewhere near here, obviously. It's not like a big chain around the US, but I think they have 2 or 3 stores besides the one in town here. And apparently, like, they did a Halloween event where you could dress up your dog, and I think they might have done a parade, but they definitely did like a little costume event. Apparently, they're going to do a Christmas parade the day after Thanksgiving. So I happen to have asked off for that day, and it's going to be in the late afternoon, and I am going to go. I'm so excited. My friend Nate and I were going to go hang out anyway, because, you know, we were just going to go hang out that day. And they invite you to bring your dog dressed up for the holidays and march in the parade with them. But Maverick would not behave. Let me just say that now. Know your dogs, and I know mine. And as much as I would love to, I know the way that he acts with other dogs. If it was maybe one other dog and he could meet them for a bit and it was more of like a hangout kind of thing, that might be different. But Kleekais are very protective, so he'd be really protective of me to begin with. They're very territorial, which, I mean, at least he wouldn't be at home on his home turf. He'd be on different turf, but I guess territorial and protective go hand in hand. So I guess he'd be territorial of me. He'd be protective of me. Because, well, I've seen him be to begin with. So I don't think it's the best idea. Let me just say, not to mention it's supposed to be snowy, so I could only imagine me with my bad like heels and feet and stuff, and him like pulling at me. He's not a huge dog, but he is a strong dog. I could only see bad things happening. And stress happening, not only just for me or Nate or something, but for him and other people, of course. Like, I mean, that part would go without saying. So, I mean, that was implied already. Like, I don't want to stress anybody else out, but as far as our little group, Maverick would come first, and then, you know, Nate, and then I, but I wouldn't want to stress him out. So I think it would be we would go to view other people's well-behaved puppies. I can bring him home a snack from there. I could bring him home pictures even of the other dogs, because I'm sure I'll take some pictures for you guys, or some video or something if I can. But yeah, it is supposed to be really cold. Like 25 degrees or something like that, and snowing. So I guess that's if they have it. I would imagine they'd still have it. So that's if they have it though, and that's if Heather doesn't pansy out and decides she's way too cold. Because okay, I always say how much I love snow, and it's true, but I love snow while I'm inside being warm. So, yeah, we'll see. but I fully plan on going. Like that is my plans for Friday. Like that and doing the shopping and stuff that I can't do on Thursday because, you know, Thursday's Thanksgiving. So even if I wanted to, I couldn't. I think last year Thanksgiving Walmart may have also been closed. But years before that, it was open on Thanksgiving. Like they had the sales on Thanksgiving also. I don't know if it was 2 years ago. It might have been before that. I can't remember when they were open. But maybe it was like pre-2020. I don't remember, to be honest, when they stopped doing it. Like, was it more recent? Man, I don't remember. David's not up to ask. But at some point they stopped, and at some point they were open. My point is, I always did my shopping, my grocery shopping. I just went ahead and did it while I was there. Like, sure, I'd look at the sales or whatever, but my main point, I just like went ahead and did my grocery shopping. I was like, sure, it's Thanksgiving or, you know, whatever, but I'm still going to just do my grocery shopping. And I'm going to end up doing my grocery shopping on Black Friday anyway, because, I mean, I guess just because there's a ton of people being crazy doesn't mean I can't, you know, I still need to get my eggs and my cheese. If I was smart, I would have gotten up a little bit earlier today and done it, but yeah, I'm probably not. Probably not. But yeah, so really that's all I have. I don't have anything. I don't have any fun stories or anything because like work was just work. There was nothing fun or exciting. There was no drama. There was no nothing out of the ordinary. Which, I mean, again, I will take that. I like boring as far as my normal everyday life because then you just get by and it's done, you know. But it makes me have nothing to share fun and exciting with you guys. So there's a downside too, right? But I suppose that just makes the video shorter and you will have a chance to move on to somebody else's video, you know? I think I already updated you that Maverick's calendar will be here, I think, on Friday. And I did go ahead and get Christmas stitch markers from Ellie Leva. So I think her set comes with 15 because I didn't get extras. I just got her basic set. So we'll be doing 15 stitch markers. So I don't have to start those right on the 1st. I don't have to count them down maybe on the 10th. The 10th would count down to the 25th? No. Yes? Maybe. I think that's right. Anyway, my point being, I could either just not do them every single day or, you know, could do it right in the middle of the month or, you know, something fun like that. I would like to end them on Christmas or Christmas Eve probably and not, you know, go to, because sometimes she does, like last year she did the New Year's ones, and if I have the funds, I would probably get those because they were really pretty last year, so I won't want the Christmas to like extend, you know what I'm saying? Picking up what I'm putting down. But anyway, I suppose we should just talk about these squares here that I have sitting down here by my elbow. I figured out what I was thinking when I had put in Henry Creel's name here. What I was thinking was Mr. Henry Creel here in the white, orderly, snazzy, clean suit here. You know what I wish I had? I wish that I had the new Christmas yarn from Joann's. I don't remember the name of it, but it's the one that's like white speckled, kind of. It's white with like red speckles. Like honestly, I'm not the biggest fan of Christmas yarn. I'm not going to say that I don't. I'm sure I own some. I have owned some. I'm sure that I still own some. Like I don't own it anywhere within reach. I know that I own some because Bella sent me some really beautiful vintagey Caron yarn. And I'm quite certain that I have some just of the red heart, like the mistletoe kind of yarn that I would have had from like my grandma from back in the day that I didn't get rid of, which I can't find. And I know I just showed you guys the, oh, right here it is. At least one skein of the Dazzle Air Holiday. So I definitely own some. I'm not against it in any way. I'm just not, you know, when Christmas or when Halloween yarn drops, I'm like, from almost anywhere, I'm like, ooh, Halloween yarn, mine, and I have to go buy it. Like now. Like right now, like yesterday. But when Christmas yarn drops, I'm like, oh, that's nice. I'll check it out. Maybe there's something I'll want, you know, maybe. I'm not against it, but I'm not gung-ho, you know. But there is definitely the one Joann's Big Twist Value yarn that I really, really want. Like, I hope they don't sell out of it because I do want to get it. And it's for more nefarious reasons than Christmas yarn. I'm not going to lie. To me, it looks like blood splatter. It looks a lot more Halloweenish. It looks a lot more evil. It looks a lot more villainous. Yeah, it definitely looks a lot more not Christmassy, you know, than Christmas yarn. I want some very badly, very, very badly. Yeah. And I wish I had had it for these squares. I would have used them. But I know what I was thinking was I had gotten this idea in my head for something more like artsy. And I was like, pretty much from head to toe, Henry is just crisp and white and clean. And that's what he is, right? So I think my idea originally had been to just do white yarn. Just white, just clean white yarn, the entire square. Don't switch colors, just white yarn. And that is it, right? Well, there's two problems with that. One, that didn't sound like as great of an idea anymore to me. Like, all right, you know, but it just didn't. And two, I don't have that much white yarn anymore. I have like this much of a ball left, like especially after this project. I have like this much left. So I didn't want to do that. Again, had I had the blood splatter would have been great because there's so many pictures I could have shown you guys where he had still had the white, you know, but he had like the blood from, you know, the massacre at the Hawkins lab. It would have been great, you know. But I did mix in color, and what I mixed in with his crispy white, you know, his nice clean white clothing there is Henry has these like piercing blue eyes, right? And just this blonde hair. So I picked the colors that I had closest to the blonde. And while the blue may not be the same blue, it was the closest I thought I had. And it's nearly using all of this color, so that was another plus for me. But I did blue-eyed, blonde-haired Henry Creel in his white suit, his white hospital suit there. So that's what I came up with for Henry's square. And I noticed when I was Googling too, when I was Googling pictures, that young Henry, he does have other outfits, but he also appears quite often in like long sleeve white shirts. He has like ties and things like that, but he's quite often in white also, just coincidentally. So that also would have been similar here, you know, just saying. So I made both squares like that just because, you know, that's Henry. So there we are. I guess it would have been kind of like a little statement square if the entire thing was white, but I didn't do it. I didn't. It's pretty white as it is with only the hair and the eye color there, but I'm still amused by like what the square that was on top was the muse, the muse eyes. So that's going to amuse me in my blanket. It is. All right. So I'm going to draw from the last few, ooh, that was loud, the last few remaining. I think we have, what, 4? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep, we got 4 in here. Sleepy, you guys. Who do we have? Or what do we have? Or where do we have? I don't know what's in here. Oh, okay. This will be fun, I think. We've got Joyce's lights. So, kind of a Joyce Byers thing, but the Christmas lights that Joyce has, I'm going to put them up here, whatever picture I can find, but I mean, they're Christmas lights. We all know the famous scene, right, by now, where especially since it was season 1, I'm sure most people who watch Stranger Things have at least seen season 1, where Joyce uses the Christmas lights to communicate with Will when he's gone missing, and like that's when he spells out here and run and everything in the lights. So yes, and then she strings up the Christmas lights everywhere in the house, and yes, so we got the Christmas lights. Something colorful. There's not much else to say about Joyce's Christmas lights, right? But all right. Yes, on that note, I am going to let you guys go. But I hope, is this the last time? I mean, this will be the last time I probably talk to you before Thanksgiving. So I hope you guys do have a really great Thanksgiving. I hope tonight is not stressful for anybody out there who is, especially in the United States. I know I'm talking a lot about Thanksgiving for the United States. I hope everybody outside the United States is also, you know, having a great day and a great week and everything. I don't think there's anything going on outside the U.S. this week, is there? Are you guys having any holidays? Because I know sometimes Australian and the UK and everything, I know that sometimes you guys have holidays like bank holidays and things that line up, but I don't think so in this case. Are you? Anyway, let me know if you guys are. But yeah, I hope everybody worldwide is having a stress-free evening, and yeah, I will talk to you guys soon. I love you guys. Bye.